Welcome to the Northwest Sports Fanatics YouTube channel. I am your host, Orion. I got a great show for you here today. We got the Houston Astros versus the Seattle Mariners. Mariners have won the first 3 games in the set, and we are going for the sweep. And we'll see what we get here this early afternoon game at 1:10 Pacific. So first pitch is going to be here in roughly 4 minutes. So let's cue up the music, take a look at the thumb, and let's get into these starting lineups. Happy Monday, everyone. And on the left, representing the Houston Astros at third base, Carlos Correa. And on the right, the best hitter on the Mariners so far to start off the 2026 season, Brendan Donovan. Now let's get into the starting lineups here first for the visiting Houston Astros. Leading off for the Astros at second base, Jose Altuve. Batting second, playing left field this afternoon, Yordan Alvarez. Batting third, DHing for Houston, Isaac Paredes. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, first baseman, Christian Walker. Batting fifth, playing third base for H-Town, Carlos Correa. Batting sixth, playing right field, Cam Smith. Batting seventh, the former Seattle Mariner, now Houston Astros, center fielder, Taylor Trammell. Batting eighth, catching today for Houston, Yanier Diaz. And batting ninth, formerly of the Atlanta Braves, now on the Houston Astros, shortstop in the 9-hole, Nick Allen. And on the mound with a 1-2 record, an ERA of 5.63, representing Houston, Mike Burrows. And now let's get into the starting lineups here for your Seattle Mariners. Leading off for the Mariners at third base, Brendan Donovan. Batting second, DHing today for Seattle, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Batting third, playing center field for Seattle, it's J-Rod Julio Rodriguez. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, first baseman, it's Nails, Josh Naylor. Batting fifth, playing left field for Seattle, Randy Arozarena. Batting sixth, playing right field, Luke Raley. Batting seventh, playing shortstop for the Mariners, J.P. Crawford. Batting eighth, catching today for Seattle, Mitch Garver. And batting ninth, playing second base for Seattle, Cole Young. And on the mound for the Mariners with a 1-2 record, an ERA of 3.60, it is George Kirby. We're going to be shooting for 100 likes, 100 on that dono train. And 5 to 15 subs. Let's get it, baby. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. A little bit of an early start, which is unusual for a Mariner game on a Monday. Again, first series win for Seattle, winning the first 3 games against this tough Houston Astro team. We know that the pitching has not been good for them, just like the hitting has been an issue for us going into the series. But obviously against this Houston team, we've been a little bit more patient. The bats have come alive. We won game 1, 9-6. Game 2, 8-7, and game 3, 6-1. So again, when you're in a position to sweep, you definitely want to try to get the brooms out and get the job done. And again, we will see what George Kirby will do here this afternoon. Andrea in the building, what's good? AR in the building, what's good? Roy in the building, what's good? Let's get it, baby. Yoke in the building, what's good? Tokyo in the building, what's good? It's tough to say. I mean, obviously the pitching, has been an issue. And again, we have been able to get over 5 runs in every single game so far. So you would think today would not be any different. But again, an early afternoon start like we did yesterday on Sunday. And we'll see if the bats are going to be able to stay alive here in this first game of the MLB slate on a Monday afternoon. George Kirby on the mound, and leading off will be second baseman Jose Altuve. On deck, Yordan Alvarez, and batting third, Isaac Paredes. Let me get situated here. Marine Bean in the building. What's good? All right, we should be set to go here. And again, I'm really happy that the Mariners were finally able to get back on track, and starting off the year, with a 4-9 record is not, what anybody predicted at any given moment. But again, if we can win this game, we're only going to be one game below 500. And if we can, start to really get on track after the Astros, who knows? It may end up being in a few games where we're above 500. All right, let me situate this here real quick. Got to cross your T's, dot your I's, make sure all the programs are linked up here properly, and we are just ready here for first pitch. All right, here we go. First pitch, George Kirby to Jose Altuve with a sinker fouled off behind the plate. 97 miles an hour there by Furious George. 0-1 count. One pitch, high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike to Jose Altuve. Four-seam fastball, 97 miles an hour there by Kirby. Tom in the building. How are you? And again, some of the guys have started off a little slow, with home runs and, big base hits, as we have a deep hit ball into left field and fading foul. And Randy ends up making the catch there in deep left field. Is Randy actually showing some effort in left field to start the game? Oh my. I figured that was going to end up going into the crowd as the camera was panning, more in the crowd rather than on Randy in left field, but he ends up getting that ball. I'll take that. And down goes Jose Altuve, and that is 1 away. See ya, Jose. Next up, Yordan Alvarez playing left field today. They've been moving around a lot of their players in this series, but it hasn't worked for them just yet. First pitch, hard hit ball, deep right field. And Julio Rodriguez is there. 2 deep hit balls by Altuve and Alvarez, which makes Kirby a little concerned, but will protect, obviously, the outfield with the no-fly zone. Nice job there by Julio Rodriguez. We definitely can count on him in center field, and that is 2 away. Down goes Yordan. See you later. Next up in the 3-hole DHing today, Isaac Paredes. And hopefully we can keep George clean, as long as possible. Worst case scenario, 3 runs. We can't have him give up any more than that, but hopefully it's somewhere between 0 and 2. And hopefully the bats will come alive and we can get 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits minimum. But we'll take any kind of victory that we can get. First pitch from Kirby to Paredes, takes a strike looking, high and inside, 4-seam fastball, 97 miles an hour, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, high and away, hits the corner in the strike zone. Beautiful start here for George Kirby on Paredes. Slider, 87 miles an hour, no balls and 2 strikes to Isaac Paredes. The Mariners are going to have a chance. 0-2 pitch. Hard hit ball into foul territory towards third base and out of play. 85-mile-an-hour slider. Mariners could end up getting 5, 6, 7 runs, but we really don't know, Tokyo, how many runs are the Astros going to get, and that will really determine your parlay or your bet. 0-2 pitch. Hard hit ball going into right field, out of play. 4-seam fastball, 98 miles an hour by George Kirby. No balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 2 outs. 2 deep fly balls by Altuve and Alvarez, and we are at 2 away. 0-2 pitch. Hard hit ball going into right field, And out of play, slider 87 miles an hour. No balls and 2 strikes from Kirby to Paredes. I'm not really sure if this game is going to be easy, because again, a lot of times when you win the first 3 games, the other team finally plays well in that 4th game, and sometimes you take the foot off the gas, but hopefully the Mariners do not. And a base knock there by Paredes into shallow center field. So again, it's hard to sweep anybody in baseball, even though we have dominated the first 3 games. And I'm hoping that the bats will come alive for George Kirby. And hopefully George doesn't give up a bunch of hits, a bunch of RBIs, and a bunch of home runs. So I don't think this necessarily is going to be easy. But again, hopefully we'll be able to get the victory at the end of the afternoon. Nice base knock there by Paredes. Next up in the 4-hole, first baseman Christian Walker. I mean, it would be great, if we end up blowing them out again, but, you don't really know what to expect in this 4th game. First pitch is high and away with a 4-seam fastball, 97 miles an hour there by George Kirby, 1-0 count. The one thing that we do have going for us, is how we have George Kirby on the mound, and even though he's got a 1-2 record, he has been pretty good, with the ERA and overall with his control. But, the bats will have to come alive like they have in the first 3 games. 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss there by Walker. 4-seam fastball, 98 miles an hour, high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike to Christian Walker. One pitch. High and away. 4-seam fastball, 97 miles an hour by George Kirby. Christian Walker does not bite. 2 balls and 1 strike with a runner at first, Paredes, with 2 outs. Top of the first inning, 0-0 here early, and the last game of the set between the Astros and the Seattle Mariners. 2-1 pitch. Hard hit ball towards third base. Donovan is there. Laser throw to first. Right in time to Josh Naylor. Toe tap on the bag. Good defense there by Donnie. Leaving 1 stranded. Paredes there at first. And let's go to the bottom of the first inning and see who's up next here for our Seattle Mariners. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. Leading off for the Mariners at third base, Brendan Donovan. Batting second, DHing here for Seattle today, big dumper Cal Raleigh. And batting third, playing center field in the no-fly zone, it's J-Rod Julio Rodriguez. And on the mound for the Astros with a 1-2 record, ERA of 5.63, Mike Burrows. And really, it hasn't mattered who has come in for the Astros. Starting pitching, bullpen pitching, it's been equally bad. And thankfully, it's been that bad. And, we were the worst hitting team. They were the worst pitching team. Something had to give. And obviously, their pitching is worse than our hitting. And we were able to get going in this series. And hopefully, we don't look back as we go on to the rest of the 2026 season. 6-10 record, 1-8 on the road for the Astros, and 7-9 for the Mariners, 6-4 at home. And hopefully we can get going here with Brendan Donovan. 63 subs away from 23,800. Looks like we gained a couple subs since the last commercial break. Thank you so much. Now we're at 61. Shout out to the 2 new subs that we've acquired here today. We've gained over 320 plus since the beginning of the 2026 season. All right, we're at 31 likes. 69 to 100. Hawks in the building. What's good? First pitch, high and away. That's a great sign there for Mariner fans. Nowhere even close into the strike zone, missing it by about 5 feet. 4-seam fastball by Mike Burrows, wild as hell, 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch, gathers himself and throws a strike right down the middle. 4-seam fastball, 95 miles an hour there by Mike Burrows. 1 ball and 1 strike to Brendan Donovan, who's been a godsend for us. Obviously losing Polo and Gino in the offseason. We needed someone to, give us that flash in the box and play some good defense. And even though he's playing a new position at third, he has made some mistakes, but who wouldn't? But overall, he's been the best hitter. Number 2 has been Cole Young. 3, Randy Arosarena, but you're starting to get a few of the others up there as well. Mariners challenge. And doesn't go Donnie's way. It ends up being in the corner there on that 1-1 pitch, low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Brendan Donovan. 1-2 pitch. Fouls it behind the plate. Change up 88 miles an hour there by Mike Burrows. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Brendan Donovan. Mike Burrows on the mound. Brendan Donovan in the box. And again, we know Polo got off to a very fast start, to start the year, and that's equally what we've been getting out of Brendan Donovan. But consistency is king, and I think Donovan will be more consistent than Polo was last year from beginning to end. 1-2 pitch, fouled off, high and away. Goes behind the plate again. That T-Mobile and the bricks there behind the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Burrows to Donovan. Bottom of the first inning, 0-0 here early between the Astros and Mariners. 1-2 pitch, hard hit ball towards first base. Flip to Burrows, toe tap on the bag, and that is 1 away. Down goes Brendan Donovan, but it's probably safe to say that he'll get on base at least once in this game. He's been very consistent for the Seattle Mariners, recovering from the cold and the flu, but hopefully he'll be able to get it done. Batting second here, DHing for Seattle, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Come on, Cal. And a lot of the guys that played in the WBC have been struggling to, start off the year, but hopefully Cal will be able to get going here. First pitch, Cal Raleigh, a little blooper into left field. My boy, there we go. And again, we can't expect him to hit 60 home runs this year. Hell, he might only hit 35 to 40, but, just getting a few base knocks and getting some more confidence, will lead to those big home runs eventually. Nice base knock from Cal Raleigh, shallow left field on Mike Burrows. There we go. Next up in the 3-hole, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. First pitch to Julio is high and away, 1-0 count. Slider 86 miles an hour, or 89 miles an hour, by Mike Burrows. 1-0 count to Julio Rodriguez. 1-0 pitch, fouls it up and out of play. 4-seam fastball, 95 miles an hour by Mike Burrows. 1 ball and 1 strike with a runner at first. Cal Raleigh with a shallow blooper into left field moments ago. Bottom of the first inning, 0-0 here early. We're trying to get the brooms out and sweep this Houston Astro team. 1-1 pitch, low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike to Julio Rodriguez. Yeah, there's going to be a few new ones that we'll be dropping for my boy Brooks Beats. And again, we're always going to support each other for our dreams and goals that we have here in the Pacific Northwest. 2-1 pitch, high and inside, slider 88 miles an hour. 3 balls and 1 strike to Julio Rodriguez. Three-one pitch. Hard hit ball towards third base. Gets away from him. There we go. Nice job there by Cal and Julio. And Julio is able to walk into second base with runners now at second and third with 1 out. Let's go. Nice job there by Cal Raleigh with a shallow blooper into left. Julio Rodriguez says, hey, I can do the same thing. I'll get a double right past that third baseman. Next up, cleanup hitter Josh Naylor. We know he's been very impatient. He's been one of the worst hitters in baseball, striking out, occasionally, but normally, popping up, grounding out, and usually getting out within the first 2 pitches. Let's see what Naylor can do here. First pitch, fouls it off himself. 4-seam fastball, 95 miles an hour, 0-1 count. I would love for them to just sit him down and say, don't even swing on the first pitch. Let the first pitch come in, even if it's right down the middle for a strike. And again, he's anticipating that first strike right down the middle, but people haven't been pitching him that way. And that's why he's been getting out on the first pitch, pretty, consistently. 0-1 pitch, hard hit ball, Josh Naylor. And gone! Josh Naylor gets a hold of the second pitch, and we got a 3-0 lead. That's what I'm talking about. Wait for that second, third, fourth, fifth pitch. Josh Naylor, my boy, 365 feet. Cal Raleigh at third, Julio at second. Are you kidding me? It's Nails. It's Josh Naylor. There we go. And if anyone needed a home run after getting robbed by Joe Adell, Cal Raleigh, J.P. Crawford, and Josh Naylor, it definitely slowed down their momentum, and this one feels really good. Let's go. 3-0 Mariners. Get the brooms out, baby. I love it. Next up is Randy Arozarena, who actually had a fantastic game defensively and offensively with his partner in crime in the 6-hole, Luke Raley. First pitch takes a strike looking high and inside, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch pops up to center field to Taylor Trammell. Easy play for him, the former Seattle Mariner. And Randy pops out, and that is 2 away. Next up in the 6-hole, right fielder Luke Raley. And even though Naylor didn't get, a whole lot of that, baseball, it wasn't, 400 plus, up into the upper deck, as long as it's getting over the wall, and it goes into the front row, we'll take it, and I know that feels really good. And Julio and him are in the dugout celebrating right now. And again, we know that Josh knows that he's been in the bottom, as far as hitters in the MLB. And that one feels really good for not only us fans, but for him personally. 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss from Luke Raley, low and away, change up 85 miles an hour, 1 ball and 1 strike to Luke Raley. Now, normally when we get out to a 1-2-3-0 lead, they respond in the next inning. Hopefully that won't be the case here today. 1-1 pitch, big swing and a miss, low and at the knees. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Luke Raley. Let's go. 1-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. And again, Raley's timing, is usually off. Yesterday was a good day for him. And it feels like every 3rd or 4th game, Luke Raley will kind of hone in. And maybe today's the day where we get a Naylor home run and maybe we get a Luke Raley home run at some point later in the matchup. But with that being said, you got Cal Raleigh with a bloop single to left. You got Julio Rodriguez with a double right down that third base line past the third baseman. And then next batter up ends up fouling off the first pitch. Second pitch right down the middle. Naylor finally gets a hold of one. 3-0 Seattle. I love it. Nice job, Josh. We've been waiting on that for quite some time. Way to bring the electricity. And again, a single, solo dinger is great. But when you can end up having your boys on board, the big dumper and J-Rod, Julio Rodriguez, that makes it even sweeter. 3-0 Seattle. Let's go. Trident's up. Let's see who's up next here in the top of the 2nd inning for the Houston Astros. And let's see if we can keep them at 0 and not have the game be tied 3-3 after the 2nd inning. Next up in the 5-hole, third baseman Carlos Correa. Batting second in the 6-hole, right fielder Cam Smith. And batting third, former Seattle Mariner, now center fielder for the Houston Astros, Taylor Trammell. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. What a start. I love it. $23,739 subs, 61 to go to get to 23,800. All right, we're at 47 likes, 53 to go. We're getting there. First pitch, a little slow dribbler there to Carlos Correa, gets past Josh Naylor, and that is a single for Correa. And again, we know Altuve, Correa, and Alvarez are usually a thorn in our side, but I don't mind if they get a few base hits here and there, as long as they're not getting RBIs and home runs. Nice hit there by Correa, getting past Naylor. Next up, maybe the most underrated player on the team, right fielder Cam Smith. He's a pretty good defender out there in right, and an underrated hitter as well. First pitch from Kirby to Cam Smith, low and at the knees, sinker, 96 miles an hour, 1-0 count. And, we'll take a strikeout and a double play, or a double play and a strikeout here in the top of the 2nd inning. And it just seems like every time we get a lead, the Astros responds in game 1, 2, and 3. But maybe this is the first game where they won't, and we'll be able to get an easy out here. Here we go. Double play. Throw to first. Got him. go. You ask for a double play, you get a double play. There we go. Whether it's a strikeout and a double play or a double play and a strikeout, there we go. And that's exactly what we needed. Smith grounds out to the double play. See you later, Carlos Correa at second. Beautiful defense by the Mariners. And again, the only thing that was really piss poor about the Mariners was the hitting. Now we're hitting. The defense is good. Pitching is good. Bullpen is good. We're starting to get on track here in 2026. Next up is Taylor Trammell. First pitch, takes a strike looking high and away. Slider 86 miles an hour there by George Kirby. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss on that knuckle curve that he's implementing more and more this season. Low and at the knees, 84 miles an hour by Kirby. No balls and 2 strikes to Taylor Trammell. Give me the strikeout here. You know, again, the double play was great, but we want to get some Ks up for George Kirby as well. Come on, Furious George. 0-2 pitch, fouls it back to the T-Mobile bricks and the Miller time sign there behind the plate. No balls and 2 strikes to Taylor Trammell, the former Seattle Mariner. Top of the second inning, 3-0 Mariners with a Josh Naylor 3-run blast. 0-2 pitch, fouls that one off into left field, out of play. Four-seam fastball, 97 miles an hour by George Kirby. No balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 2 outs, 3-0 Seattle. Single by Cal Raleigh, double by Julio, home run by Josh Naylor. Someone pinch me. It is beautiful. 0-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? And they say he did not. Knuckle curve, 84 miles an hour. That was close. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and 2 outs. Yeah. I was thinking maybe they would challenge that to see if he went around. It was outside of the zone, but 1-2 pitch, slow dribbler up the middle, and stays fair. Or is it foul? Okay, looks like it stays fair, and Naylor toe taps on the bag. You know, he could have probably waited to see where that ball went, but again, if they're going to have it in foul territory, scoop it up, toe tap on the bag, and that is out number 3. Good defense. And again, I love defense because defense creates offense. And again, the vibes are very high. 3-0 Mariners. And it's the first time, you know, once we ended up coming up with 1, 2, 3 runs in an inning to start the game, that the Astros didn't respond. Who knows? Maybe this will be a game where we end up just absolutely blowing them out. You know, I'm not saying that we're going to win 10-0 or something of that nature, but so far, a great start for our Seattle Mariners. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Next up for the Mariners in the 7-hole, shortstop J.P. Crawford. Batting second, catching today for Seattle, Mitch Garver. And batting third in the 9-hole, second baseman who's been the best overall player, second best hitter, best defender, Cole Young. And on the mound for the Astros, 1-2 record, ERA of 5.63, Mike Burrows. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Gained another sub since the last commercial break. Appreciate you. And I assume in a few days we'll be approaching 400 subs since the beginning of the regular season, and we're definitely making some ground. 60 subs do 23,800. Appreciate every single one of you. All right, we're at 56 likes, 44 to 100. I mean, it would have been Naylor's second home run of the year if Joe Adell didn't have the best defensive game of all time, robbing 3 home runs a few days back. A little dribbler here by Crawford, throw to first, and that is 1 away. Because I definitely feel like it slowed down a little bit of the momentum for Cal, JP, and Naylor. But again, Cal was still able to eventually recover and get some base knocks and a home run. And then obviously with JP, he ended up having the game-winning RBI a few days ago. And I'm just finally happy for Naylor being one of the bottom 2 hitters in baseball. I don't want to say he's out of his slump yet, but giving us a big 3-run jack early is fantastic. Next up is Mitch Garver. First pitch there from Burrows. High and inside, takes a strike looking. Sinker, 94 miles an hour, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, low and away. Slider, 90 miles an hour there by Mike Burrows. 1 ball and 1 strike with nobody on and 1 out. Bottom of the second inning, 3-0 Seattle. And I was a little concerned that we were playing at 1:10 Pacific on a Monday. But again, Naylor ended up making sure that we were going to get on the board quickly. And a little blooper by Mitch Garver, and it drops. Unbelievable. I mean, I guess, when it rains, it pours when things were going bad for us, but it also helps to be a little lucky as well. Nice job there by Mitch Garver with a little bloop single into shallow center, and he had 2 Astro defenders running after it, and it just so happens it drops right in front of Taylor Trammell off of 1 hopper. We'll take that. Nice job, Mitch. Next up in the 9-hole, second baseman Cole Young. On deck is Brendan Donovan. First pitch in there to Cole Young, takes a strike looking, sinker, 94 miles an hour, 0-1 count. Bottom of the second inning, runner at first, Mitch Garver with 1 out, 3-0 Mariner lead with a single by Cal, double by Julio, and a 3-run blast by Naylor moments ago. First home run for Naylor this season. 0-1 pitch, big swing and a miss, high and away. Change up 87 miles an hour there by Mike Burrows. No balls and 2 strikes with a runner at first and 1 out. Rob has not gotten a hit yet. He's terrible. You can have him back on the Red Sox. 0-2 pitch, big swing and a miss. Change up 87 miles an hour there by Burrows, and that is 2 away. I mean, he's gained 3 walks, 4 walks, and he's robbed a home run in right field in 1 game. But I mean, and they're only playing him against left-handed pitching, which he's supposed to be good, but we'll see. Next up is Brendan Donovan. Let's go, Donnie. First pitch is high and away with the sinker, 94 miles an hour, 1-0 count. It's all good. Colt Emerson will be coming up pretty soon, and we'll see what they do with Ref Snyder and a few of the others. 1-0 pitch. Hard hit ball. Deep right field. All the way to the wall. Oh, what a catch. Cam Smith, like I said, he's a guy that can rob home runs. He's got a great laser arm, and he's a really good hitter. And again, Cam Smith robbing Donnie. It wasn't going to end up being a home run, but it potentially could have been maybe a double off the wall. And what a grab there by Cam Smith, the most underrated player on this Astro franchise. End of the second inning, 3-0 Seattle. Let's see who's up next here in the top of the third inning for the Houston Astros. Next up for the Astros in the 8-hole, catcher Yanier Diaz. Batting second, formerly from the Atlanta Braves, now on the Houston Astros, shortstop Nick Allen. Nice headband. And batting third, back at the top of the order, 0 for 1, second baseman Jose Altuve. 3-0 Seattle. And we know Rick Riz is loving every minute of this. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. Gained 2 more subs since the last commercial break. Appreciate you. 58 subs to go to 23,800. All right, we're at 61 likes, 39 to 100. And George Kirby on the mound so far, 2 innings pitched, 2 hits, no earned runs, no walks, no Ks, 23 pitches, 18 strikes. We've gotten a double play for him so far. And again, so far, so good here for our Seattle Mariners. First pitch from Kirby to Yanier Diaz, takes a strike looking with that slider, 85 miles an hour, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch. Little dribbler up the middle. JP is there. Nice throw to first. Easy out for Seattle. Down goes Diaz, grounding out to JP Crawford, and that is 1 away. Next up in the 9-hole, the former Brave, now Astros shortstop Nick Allen. On deck is Jose Altuve. First pitch is high and away. Sinker, 96 miles an hour, 1-0 count. Kirby on the mound. Nick Allen in the box. Little dribbler up the middle. JP. Another throw to first. And that is 2 away. Down goes Nick Allen. Next up is Jose Altuve. Yeah, but again, I think every Mariner fan would agree, regardless if we're going against a left-handed pitcher or not, even if Donovan is 4 for 18, I'd rather have Donnie, at leadoff, against a righty or a lefty than rather have Rob there, and if they want to forcibly put Rob in the lineup, put him low in the lineup, 7, 8, 9, not leadoff. That's the dumbest thing that they could possibly do. Obviously it didn't help us win games. First pitch is high and away, sinker, 96 miles an hour, 1-0 count. I mean, he's the best hitter on the team, Brendan Donovan. So, give him opportunities. And he's had a growing injury. He's had the flu and the cold, and has still been able to, do a lot of big things for us. 1-0 pitch, takes a strike looking right down the middle. Sinker, 97 miles an hour. 1 ball and 1 strike to Jose Altuve. Slow dribbler towards third. Donnie's got it. Throw to first. Toe tap on the bag by Naylor, and an easy 1-2-3 inning. And it feels like the Astros are, I don't want to say they're depressed, but you have to remember, they lost 4 games. They got swept by the Rockies. We've beaten them 3, and now we're trying to go 4. Going on a 7-game losing streak, and we thought our losing streak was bad. This is much worse. And it doesn't hurt any of our Mariner fans' feelings to see our rival struggling, because we've already felt what it, feels like to struggle. But again, when it ends up being the rival, they hate us, we hate them. And again, if we can get another sweep on them, that's exactly what we need for momentum moving forward. Let's see who's up next here for the Mariners in the bottom of the 3rd inning, and let's see if we can get a few more runs on this Houston Astro team. Next up, 1 for 1 with a run. DHing here in the 2-hole, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Batting third, 1 for 1. Center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. And batting third, 1 for 1 with a run and 3 RBIs, hitting his first home run of the season, bringing that electricity to us, Josh Naylor. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Gained another sub since the last commercial break. Appreciate you. 57 subs to go to 23,800. All right, we're at 71 likes, 29 to get to 100, and we're still looking for our first dono on our dono train. Mike Burrows on the mound. Big dumper, Cal Raleigh. 1 for 1 with a bloop single there in the left in the box. Let's go, Cal. First pitch is high and away. 4-seam fastball, 95 miles an hour, 1-0 count. One-0 pitch. Takes a strike looking with the 4-seam fastball, 96 miles an hour, 1 ball and 1 strike to big dumper, Cal Raleigh. I mean, you say that they're injured, but Jeremy Pena got hurt, recently, but he didn't do anything against this team. And then Hader hasn't played. So what are these injuries that you're speaking of? We're just beating their ass. They're not injured. They have poor pitching, just like when we had poor hitting. There's no excuses. It's just they've been playing bad. When pitching is bad, you lose games. 2-1 pitch, fouled off there by Big Dumper. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Big Dumper, Cal Raleigh. You may want to be able to check to see, the injury report before making a statement like that. It's not like Altuve, Correa, and Yordan Alvarez and Pena are all out. Come on, my guy. 2-2 pitch, fouled off with a curveball, 80 miles an hour. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Big Dumper, Cal Raleigh. Bottom of the 3rd inning, 3-0 Seattle. Two-two pitch. Hard hit ball into left field, fading foul. Four-seam fastball, 95 miles an hour by Mike Burrows. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Big Dumper, Cal Raleigh. Two-two pitch. Little dribbler up the middle towards first base. Cal! Safe! Look at that. Miscommunication there by the Astros, and you let the Big Dumper, who's definitely not the fastest guy on the team, scamper to first. Let's go. Nice job, Big Dumper. And again, you just never know, what will happen when it goes to first. Initially when he hit that ball, you would assume, 95% chance he's out. But again, you just don't know how the flip is going to go. You don't know if the first baseman or pitcher is going to handle it properly. Are they going to toe tap in the bag on time? And Cal end up scampering to first, and he is safe on a little slow dribbler to first base. Beautiful. I guess, when it rains, it pours. And obviously when things are going bad, they're going to continue to go bad. We went through that ourselves. But again, when you're hot, things are staying hot for Seattle. I love it. Next up is Julio Rodriguez. First pitch to Julio, big swing and a miss, low and away. Slider 89 miles an hour there by Mike Burrows. No balls and 1 strike with a runner at first and no outs. Bottom of the 3rd inning, 3-0 Seattle. Oh, 1 pitch. Popped up a mile. And that is 1 away. Down goes Julio Rodriguez, popping up. Next up, it's Nails in the 4-hole. First baseman Josh Naylor, who hit his first home run of the season in the 1st inning. And not only that, making it a 3-run blast. Absolutely beautiful. Hard hit ball. Deep right field. Back. See ya. Josh Naylor does it again. Oh my God. 433 feet. And he says, if you didn't think that first home run was good, I'll give you another one. Oh my. 5-0 Seattle. And I don't want to hear these excuses. Oh, they don't have Hunter Brown, Jeremy Pena, this and that. The pitching has been terrible for them, and we're getting the job done. Nice job by Josh Naylor, and obviously getting that home run robbed by Joe Adell. It definitely was, creeping on him, but he decides to say, you know what, I'm one of the 2 worst hitters in baseball, but I'm trying to get back up to being one of those guys that's recognized, and Josh Naylor playing with some intensity. 3-run bomb, 2-run jack, 5-0 Mariners single-handedly beating the Astros ass here in game number 4. Way to bring the electricity, Josh Naylor. I don't need to hear any excuses for the Astros. Fuck yeah. Next up is Randy Arozarena. First pitch fouled off behind the plate. 0-1 count. Let's go. About damn time. Nice job, Naylor. 0-1 pitch. Randy fouls it off to himself. No balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 1 out. Bottom of the 3rd inning. 5-0 Seattle. Let's go. Pitches low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Randy Arozarena. 1-2 pitch. Hard hit ball by Randy towards third. Should be routine play to first. And that is 2 away. Next up in the 6 hole, right fielder Luke Raley. Mike Burrows on the mound. Luke Raley in the box. And if anyone really needed a game like this, it's definitely Josh Naylor. You know, it's not only was he the worst hitter, on the Mariners, he's one of the worst hitters in baseball. And a blooper by Luke Raley. Man, everything is going our way here. And Luke Raley scampers back to first base after the broken bat single. And again, this is something that we've been really, dreaming of and anticipating since the beginning of the year when we played the Cleveland Guardians. So much hype, based on we were one of the, final 3 teams with the Blue Jays and the Dodgers. And obviously things didn't go our way with the Guardians and the Yankees and the fucking Angels and the Rangers. And thankfully, we were able to play this Houston Astro team on a 4-game losing streak, getting swept by the Rockies. And hopefully we'll be able to sweep them here, which it looks like we're going to have a very good chance as long as we don't have a meltdown in our pen. Next up is J.P. Crawford. First pitch is low and away with a sinker, 94 miles an hour, 1-0 count. J.P. Crawford in the box, Mike Burrows on the mound. And Astros are challenging, and they're going to end up winning that challenge and getting that call reversed and overturned. And that strike ends up being reversed. 0-1 pitch. Low and away. Sinker, 95 miles an hour there by Burrows. 1 ball and 1 strike to J.P. Crawford. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. And then, we've been waiting for games like this, to start off the year. And hopefully this will give us some really good momentum, moving forward. A lot of disappointment in a lot of those early series. This will be the first series that we've won, which is a little ridiculous based on the talent level on this team. But, baseball is tough, and you got to feed off that momentum. 1-1 pitch. Little dribbler, and it goes towards third base. Behind the plate, foul. Slider, 88 miles an hour there by Burrows. 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner at first and 2 outs. 5-0 Seattle. Josh Naylor with a 3-run blast in the first. Josh Naylor on his second at-bat with a 2-run blast in the third. 5-0 Seattle. 1-2 pitch. And a little dribbler up the middle. And throw to first. And that is out number 3. End of the 3rd inning, but not after Josh Naylor hits another home run. And I believe that's the first multi-homer game we've had of the season. We haven't had anyone hit 2 home runs in a game. This is the first time, I believe, that we've done that, in recent memory. Nice job there by Josh Naylor, considering he was one of the bottom 2 players in baseball, not just on the Mariners, but in baseball and hitting. And then he says, you know what? I've been bad long enough. It's time to get hot. 2 home runs for Josh Naylor. Way to bring that electricity. 5-0 Seattle, end of the 3rd inning. Let's go to the top of the 4th and see who's up next here for the Astros. Next up for the Astros, 0 for 1, left fielder Yordan Alvarez. Batting second, 1 for 1, DHing in the 3-hole, Isaac Paredes. Batting third, 0 for 1, first baseman Christian Walker. Trident's up, let's go M's. Gained another sub since the last commercial break. 56 subs to go to 23,800. All right, we're at 87 likes, 13 more to get to 100. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube as we approach the top of the fourth inning. 5-0 Seattle. Can you believe it? We got 5 runs and 7 hits already, and that was just in the first 3 innings. Incredible. But long overdue. I mean, again, with the talent level that we have, I mean, this is something that, potentially could have happened earlier. But again, I think teams were really approaching us well. A lot of left-handed pitching, a lot of poor managing by Dan Wilson with the lineups, with Ref Snyder leading off. Injuries, for a few guys as well. And, guys missing a few games like Donnie with the groin 2 games and Donnie with the flu and the cold. But again, we're starting to get back on track, and this is what we expect as Seattle Mariner fans. 1-0 pitch. Right down the middle for a strike to Yordan Alvarez. 1 ball and 1 strike with nobody on and no outs. Top of the fourth inning, 5-0 Seattle. 1-1 pitch. Right down the middle, high but in the zone. Cutter, 92 miles an hour. Kirby feeling himself. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and no outs. 5-0 Mariners. One-two pitch, low and away. Knuckle curve missing by quite a bit there. 81 miles an hour. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Kirby to Alvarez. 2-2 pitch, low and at the knees. Check swing. He does not go around. Another knuckle curve there by George Kirby. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Yordan Alvarez, and this is the first 3-2 count we've had all game. And again, we know Kirby traditionally doesn't walk a whole lot of guys, and hopefully we'll be able to get the punch out, pop up, or ground out here. 3-2 pitch, popped up. Should be a routine play for the Mariner defense here at third. Brendan Donovan is there, and that is 1 away. Down goes Yordan Alvarez, popping out to our guy, Brendan Donovan, and that is 1 away. Next up in the 3-hole, DHing Isaac Paredes, who's 1 for 1. On deck in the 4-hole, first baseman Christian Walker. First pitch, right down the middle, takes a strike looking to Paredes, sinker, 98 miles an hour, 0-1 count. But let's also be honest with ourselves, right? If the Astros were better at pitching and they weren't one of the worst pitching teams, we wouldn't have swept this team. We probably would have won 2 out of 4, maybe 3 out of 4, but we'll take it. And Paredes goes 2 for 2 and decides to pump the brakes. Was anticipating maybe I can get a double out of this, but then ends up scampering back to first. And at least one player for Houston is having a good day. Paredes, 2 for 2. But now it gives us a good opportunity for what? A double play. Let's get that slow dribbler right up the middle by Christian Walker. Toe tap on the bag, throw it to Naylor, and then we get out of this inning unscathed. Give me the double play, sports gods, please, and thank you. And sometimes you're going to need a few of those double plays no matter how good, the pitcher is doing. Gives them that extra oomph and that confidence. First pitch fouled off into right field, out of play. Slider, 87 miles an hour by Kirby. No balls and 1 strike with a runner at first and 1 out. Top of the fourth inning, 5-0 Seattle. But also on the flip side, with the Astros pitching being very poor, maybe we went 2, maybe 3 games. But if the Mariners weren't the worst hitting team in baseball, who knows what our record would have been if we were hot to start off the year. Not to say that we would be hitting like the Astros prior to these last 2 series or hitting like the Dodgers. I'm not saying that we would have been, 14-1, but, if we were actually hitting to our standard, maybe, we're 9-7 or better. I think that's pretty fair to say. Probably double digits if we're hitting well. 1-1 pitch, big swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Christian Walker. I mean, it definitely would have been sweet to start off the year, like 11-5 and whatnot, and beating the brakes off the Guardians and the Yankees and obviously the Angels and the Rangers. But I think we'll take what we have, especially with getting this sweep if we can pull this off. 1-2 pitch, big swing and a miss. There we go. We don't get the double play, but we get a punch out for Kirby, and we love that. Nice job there by Furious George, and we definitely want some K numbers to go up. That's the first punch out there for George Kirby. 3.2 innings pitched, 3 hits, no earned runs, no walks. First punch out there, 42 pitches, 31 strikes, ERA of 3.04. Next up is Carlos Correa. And we know Correa, Altuve, and Alvarez are typically a thorn in our side. but let's see if we can get him out here. First pitch fouled off towards third base with that knuckle curve, 83 miles an hour by Kirby, 0-1 count. But it's not how you start a season, it's how you finish. And again, getting to 8 and 9 is fantastic. And then, if we can just get back on track and have this momentum carry over, who knows? Maybe we'll be above 500 here sooner than later. 0-1 pitch, fouls that one off into right field. Slider, 87 miles an hour by Kirby. No balls and 2 strikes to Carlos Correa. And we'll see if we get the fielder's choice at second base, throw to first, or if we can get the punch out here for Kirby for strikeout number 2. Absolutely. 8 and 9 is a hell of a lot better than 6 and 11. And it's not like we have a team in the AL West that's, 12 and 2 or 13 and 1 that we're looking up at the standings and saying, damn, how did we catch that? So, everyone in the AL West is struggling. And let's be honest, a majority of the teams have been struggling in the American League, typically with only 3 teams above 500 for a good, chunk of the season to start off. 0-2 pitch, little dribbler up the middle, and foul. So usually you have about 3 teams above 500 in the American League out of 15, which is very rare. But in the National League, they usually have about 8 or 9 that are above 500 out of 15. But eventually that's going to even out as we go through more series, obviously here in April and then adjusting into May. Top of the 4th inning with a runner at first with 2 outs. 5-0 Mariners. Josh Naylor, one of the worst hitting players in Major League Baseball, with 2 home runs, a 3-run jack in the first, and the second at-bat, a 2-run bomb in the third. Couldn't have scripted it any better for Josh Naylor in this game. Oh-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Got him! And we had a 5-game losing streak, and a lot of us were concerned and worried and mad and sad and all the emotions. I mean, imagine being an Astro fan. If we win this game, that's going to be 8 games in a row. We had a lot of pain with 5. Imagine losing back-to-back series to the Rockies and then the Mariners. And again, once some of their guys, Hunter Brown, and we'll see if Jeremy Pena can get back on track once he gets back. But it definitely feels a lot worse for them than even what we had with a 5-game losing streak. I don't even want to think about losing 8 games in a row for Seattle at any given point this year or even in the future. All right, let's go to the bottom of the 4th inning, and let's see if we can pour it on. Let's see if we can get another run or 2 here in the bottom of the 4th. Trident's up. Let's go M's. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. Next up, 1 for 1 with a broken bat single, catcher Mitch Garver. Batting second, 0 for 1 with a K, second baseman in the 9-hole, Cole Young. And batting third, starting off the day 0 for 2, but he won't finish 0 for 5, third baseman Brendan Donovan. Trident's up. Let's go M's. Gained another sub since the last commercial break. Appreciate you. 55 subs to go to 23,800. All right, we're at 95 likes, 5 more to 100. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 100 likes. We got 248 in the room, so we should be able to get to 150 to 200 before this one is over, and we're still looking for our first dono on our dono train. First pitch from Mike Burrows to Mitch Garver. Big swing and a miss, low and away, 0-1 count. Oh, 1 pitch, low and away, change up 87 miles an hour. 1 ball and 1 strike to Mitch Garver. 1-1 pitch, big swing and a miss, high and inside, slider 88 miles an hour. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Burrows to Garver. We don't need any, people to look forward. Of course we know the Padres are going to be tough, but we can actually enjoy the moment considering how things have gone. Okay. Big swing and a miss for Mitch Garver, and that is 1 away. Remember, we had a 5-game losing streak. We're supposed to be one of the best teams in baseball. We understand that it's going to be a tough road moving forward, but we can soak in potentially our first sweep of the year, considering how things have gone. Instead of, shitting on us and acting like, oh, we got the Padres and we're going to get our ass kicked there. Let's think about today instead of worrying about tomorrow. Little dribbler up the middle to Cole Young, throw to first, and that is 2 away. Hater, man. Next up, leading off and third base, 0 for 2, Brendan Donovan. First pitch is high and away with the changeup, 86 miles an hour by Burrows, 1-0 count. Yeah, fuck all that negativity. 1-0 pitch, high and away. 2 balls and no strikes to Brendan Donovan. It's not like the Mariners are sitting right now at 14-2 record. 2-0 pitch, big swing and a miss. And even if we were, we always know when we play the Padres, regardless if it's at home or on the road, of course it's going to be a fucking tough series. But we're not playing the Padres today, are we? We're playing the Astros. 2-1 pitch, big swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Brendan Donovan. We're going to take it game in and game out. 2-2 pitch, hard hit ball, and there we go. Oh, just fair. And I told you Donovan wasn't going to go 0 for 5, and he gets a little bit of a blooper there right over third base to end up getting a stand-up double. My guy, Brendan Donovan, you're the man. We love you. Next up in the 2-hole, DHing big dumper, Cal Raleigh. All right, come on, Cal. Yeah, Cal, obviously we know has gone through the ups and the downs, but let's see if he can end up getting another base knock or maybe an unexpected home run. You never know. First pitch is low and at the knees with the curveball, 80 miles an hour, 1-0 count. Yeah, and Kirby ain't getting to 6 Ks. I mean, he's already at 47 pitches. He's got 2 Ks. I mean, I guess it is possible he could if he just went crazy in the 5th and the 6th, but realistically, he'll probably finish with, maybe 3 to 4 Ks, unless he's able to get, 3 guys, punched out in the same inning, but he hasn't really proven that he can do that up to this point. And as the game goes on, typically you get a little bit more tired, a little bit more fatigued, and you start to lose a little bit of control. So, I mean, if you got a parlay for him to hit 6 or more, I'm not sure if you're going to get it here today. 1-0 pitch is fouled off high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike to big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Now, if he was sitting at 4 right now, then maybe, but if you're only at 2, chances of it happening pretty slim. 1-1 pitch in there for a strike, high and inside, 4-seam fastball, 5 miles an hour there by Mike Burrows. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Bottom of the 4th inning with a runner at second with 2 outs, 5-0 Seattle. 2 home runs for Josh Naylor. And that makes it so sweet, too, is, not only was he the worst hitter on the Mariners, but one of the worst hitters in baseball. And then to be able to climb out of that and hit 2 home runs in a game, hopefully that'll carry over into the Padres series and other series as well. Pitch fouled off low and away with the changeup, 87 miles an hour. 1 ball and 2 strikes to big dumper, Cal Raleigh. 1-2 pitch, low and at the knees with a slider, 89 miles an hour. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the big dumper, Cal Raleigh. None of your comments are relevant. Can't even enjoy what we got going on here. You might be an Astro fan, so we don't need you. Raleigh pops up into right field, and that is out number 3. End of the fourth inning, 5-0 Seattle. Good vibes only, baby. Let's see who's up next here for the Astros here in the top of the fifth inning. Next up for the Astros, 0 for 1. Right fielder extraordinaire in the 6 hole, probably the most underrated player on Houston, Cam Smith. Batting second, the former Seattle Mariner in the 7 hole, center fielder Taylor Trammell. And batting third, 0 for 1, catcher in the 8 hole, Yanier Diaz. And still George Kirby wheeling and dealing on the mound. End of the fourth inning, 5-0 Mariners. Love it. Gained another sub since the last commercial break. 54 subs to go to 23,800. And we're at 107 likes, 93 to 200. Last time that we swept the Astros was in August of 2023. Previous to that, to August 2018. You know, no one is going to rain on our parade. You know, it's not easy to sweep this team. So obviously if we can get this sweep, first time that we've done it in 3 years, and you got people fucking crying and complaining about, oh, the Padres are going to be tough. Fuck out of here. First pitch, takes a strike looking, high and inside, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, takes another strike looking, high and inside. No balls and 2 strikes to Cam Smith. I mean, we're allowed to have some fun, especially, you know, going on a 5-game losing streak. I mean, ridiculous, some people. 0-2 pitch, low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Cam Smith. 1-2 pitch and a little blooper into right field. Luke Raley scoops it up off a double bounce, and Cam Smith proving that he is one of the consistent pieces defensively and offensively, kind of like a version of Cole Young for us there for Houston. Nice base knock there for Cam. Next up in the 7 hole, center fielder Taylor Trammell. Little hard hit ball up the middle, and that gets past Donovan, and we got runners at first and second with no outs. Nice base knock there by Taylor Trammell, as well as one from Cam Smith. And again, this typically happens to pitchers. You know, 1 inning before they typically go out, you know, start to lose a little bit of control, getting a little bit of fatigued. And next up is Yanier Diaz, and you know what we need. We need a strikeout and a double play, or a double play and a strikeout. And obviously a good, you know, little timeout and discussion here by Mitch Garver with George Kirby. And, you know, hopefully we'll be able to get the strikeout double play or double play strikeout here. Top of the 5th inning, runners at first and second and no outs. This is the, you know, probably best chance the Astros have had up to this point to try to get a run on the board. But hopefully George will be strong here, as well as the defense, and we can get a few outs. First pitch from Kirby to Yanier Diaz. Big swing and a miss. Nasty slider there by Kirby. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch. And a hard hit ball into center field, and this is going to bring in a run. And look at Cam Smith run. He's got some speed. And there it is, 5-1 Seattle. And again, at some point, we'll be pulling Kirby. We'll see if he can get at least an out or two if they do make a change here in the fifth. If they go with Kirby, until this inning ends, it might end up being 5-3. Hopefully not any worse than that, but 3 hits consecutively there by the Houston Astros. The most underrated player, Cam Smith, who's an absolutely phenomenal defender and a good hitter. Former Seattle Mariner Taylor Trammell with 1, and now Yanier Diaz with 1. Next up, the former Brave, now Astro, Nick Allen, and hopefully we get it out here finally. Runners now at first and third with no outs. We need a double play desperately. Little dribbler, here we go. It's going to score a run, but can we get the double play? Throw to first, and we do. Double play is confirmed, but another run comes home. Taylor Trammell got a lot of speed as well. 5-2 Mariners. Yeah, and again, Astros are a team that you're not going to shut out ever, typically. Even if the pitching is garbage, they got a lot of people that can get it done, so. Next up is Jose Altuve. First pitch to Altuve, pops it up and out of play. Slider 88 miles an hour, 0-1 count. Top of the fifth inning, 5-2 Seattle. Thankfully, we got 2 home runs out of Josh Naylor so far. And again, this is something that typically happens to a lot of pitchers, no matter how good you are. 1 inning usually before you go out in the fifth, whereas a lot of guys, typically, I don't want to say fail, but they get tired, control is a little off, location goes a little sideways, and then the hitters, try to figure those guys out. And, normally we don't like to give up, 3 hits consecutively, but, at least we got the double play, and now we only need 1 more. 0-1 pitch is low and at the knees. Knuckle curve, 82 miles an hour by Kirby. 1-1 pitch, low and away. Change up, 89 miles an hour, missing there by George. 2 balls and 1 strike to Jose Altuve. Jose Altuve in the box. George Kirby on the mound. Little dribbler up the middle. Should be an easy out here, you would assume. Throw to first. And toe tap on the bag. Nice hustle by Altuve, running to first, but not in time for him. And that is a ground out by Altuve. We give up 2, which is unfortunate. Having that 5-0 lead was sexy. But again, it's all about just winning the game and getting the brooms out and getting the sweep. Let's see if we can end up recovering those 2 runs that we gave up and see if we can put up 1 or 2 here in the bottom of the fifth. Next up for the Mariners in the bottom of the fifth, 1 for 2 with a run, center fielder Julio Rodriguez. Batting second, 2 for 2 with 3 home runs. No. 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, a 3-run jack and a 2-run jack. First baseman Josh Naylor bringing the electricity for the team and has been the MVP in game number 4 here today. And batting third, 0 for 2, left fielder Randy Arozarena. Two more subs that we've gained since the last commercial break. Thank you so much. 52 subs to go to 23,800. $112 likes, 88 to 200. Mike Burrows on the mound. Julio Rodriguez in the box. First pitch to Julio Rodriguez. Big swing and a miss, low and away. Curveball, 79 miles an hour there by Mike Burrows, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch. Hard hit ball by Julio into left field. Beautiful follow-through swing. And they just mentioned on the broadcast, nobody has hit 3 home runs at T-Mobile ever. Find that kind of hard to believe, but if they say it's true, they got the stat guys to prove it. So nice job there by Julio Rodriguez getting it done. And let's see if Josh Naylor can make some history here. I said one player. All right, Victor Martinez, huh? So one player has done it, they just said. So we'll see if Naylor can match some history. First pitch, big swing and a miss. He was going for a moonshot swing there. Change up 86 miles an hour, 0-1 count. Oh, 1 pitch, low and at the knees. Thankfully, Josh ended up taking that ball low and away. Change up 87 miles an hour there by Mike Burrows. 1 ball and 1 strike with a runner at first. Julio with a nice single into left with no outs. Bottom of the 5th, 5-0 Mariners until that previous inning where the Astros got 2 on back-to-back-to-back hits. And let's see if we can add on a little more here in the bottom of the 5th. 1-1 pitch, low and away. Slider 90 miles an hour there by Josh Naylor. 2 balls and 1 strike with a runner at first and no outs. Burrows on the mound, Naylor in the box. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. Throw to first as the crowd boos. Julio gets back to first base in time. He is safe. Trident's up. Let's go M's. $12 Mariners ever to hit 3 home runs in a game, ever. 2-1 pitch. Hard hit ball, but it's going to stay in the park. And that is 1 away. I'll still have another at-bat or 2 before this one is over. Naylor fouls out to second. Next up, left fielder in the 5-hole, Randy Arozarena. On deck, right fielder, Luke Raley. Randy with a slow dribbler towards first base, toe tap on the bag. And that is 2 away. Julio scampers to second. Bottom of the 5th inning, 5-2 Seattle. All right, come on, Luke. Luke was, starting to get kind of hot at the beginning of the year with Dominic Canzone and has kind of fizzled out lately. Besides yesterday, he had a great game with Randy back-to-back, but it's all about consistency. And let's see if Luke can end up getting a single, double, or a home run here. Let's keep the inning alive. Julio is at second. Or even taking a walk. I'll take that as well. 1-0 pitch. High and away, getting away from Burrows there. Change up 86 miles an hour. 2 balls and no strikes with a runner at second, Julio Rodriguez, and 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th, 5-2 Seattle. And Burrows steps off the plate, takes a look at Julio Rodriguez. Trident's up. Let's go M's. Two-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss right down the middle. Change up 85 miles an hour there by Burrows. Nice pitch by him. 2 balls and 1 strike with a runner at second. Julio Rodriguez with 2 outs. 5-2 Mariner lead. But we would love to be able to add on a little bit more in this inning if we can. Come on, Luke. Nice hit by Luke. Yes! And it gets past the shortstop. Go, Julio, go! And Julio scampers to home. Bang! There we go. Nice RBI by Luke Raley. There we go. 6-2 Mariners. Let's go. Nice job. Great base running by Julio Rodriguez. You know, he's got that speed at second base. And Luke Raley not striking out. Great job. Feeding off that momentum from yesterday. Next up is J.P. Crawford. First pitch by J.P. fouls it behind the plate. 0-1 count. And J.P. was very good, you know, filling in for Donnie when he ended up, having the, growing injury. And obviously he had the cold and the flu. And, having him at leadoff temporarily worked in our favor. Much better than Rob Ruffsnyder in his little stint there. 0-1 pitch. Low and at the knees, change up 86 miles an hour by Burrows. 1 ball and 1 strike with a runner at first, Luke Raley, with 2 outs. Mariners up 6-2. We love it. Astros challenge. And Astros have been pretty good with the ABS here today. That call gets overturned. And now we have an 0-2 count instead of a 1 ball, 1 strike count to J.P. Crawford. And we know eventually, Colt Emerson is going to take JP's job. But again, JP is, played pretty well, knowing that this potentially could be, the last time that he starts, at this position, this year. 0-2 pitch is high and away. 4-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour by Burrows. 1-2 pitch, hard hit ball right up the middle. Go, Luke, go to third. Go to third. Run, Luke. There we go. And J.P. Crawford with another single up the middle like Luke Raley. And now we got runners at the corners, first and third with 2 outs. I love rallies with 2 outs. There's nothing sexier than that. And now we got a guy that, typically doesn't hit a home run, but this would be a great time for Mitch to get a hold of one. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. We're up 6-2. Nothing would be sweeter than Mitch Garver doing what he did in this photo, going yard and making it 9-2, or even just getting an RBI single and making it 7-2. Let's go, Mitch. On deck is Cole Young, and I think we're going to have a pitching change. Here we go. Make up for those 2 runs that we gave up. It's, we weren't going to win 5-0, 6-0, 7-0. We haven't proven in the 3 wins that we could hold them to a 0. Again, they did only put up 1 yesterday, and we won 6-1, but they did put up 6 in game 1, even though Yordan Alvarez, if he would have had Brash instead of Cole Wilcox, we would have won that game 9-3, but a win is a win. And then we won in a thriller 8-7 after being down 7-2 after Luis Castillo shit the bed, and we were able to come back and win that game. So it's been a very productive series and exactly what we needed to get back on track. Let's go, Mitch. And Garver pops it up, and I guess our dream of getting another home run or RBI is going to die here, and that is out number 3, but not after. We end up getting another run on the board. Nice job there by the Mariners. 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Stros, and now we're up 6-2 instead of 5-2. I'll take that. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. End of the 5th inning, 6-2 Seattle. Let's see who's up next here in the top of the 6th for Houston. Next up for the Astros, 0-2, left fielder Yordan Alvarez. Batting second, 2-2, DHing Isaac Paredes. And batting third, 0-2 with a K, first baseman Christian Walker. Take a look at the stat line for the pitchers. George Kirby, 5 innings pitched, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, no walks, 2 Ks, 59 pitches, 45 strikes, ERA of 3.60. And Mike Burrows, 5 innings pitched, 11 hits, 6 earned runs, no walks, 3 Ks, 80 pitches, 59 strikes, with a 6.86 ERA, similar to what we saw with Luis Castillo when he played a few games ago. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Gained 3 more subs since the last commercial break. 49 subs to go to 23,800. All right, we're at 116 likes, 84 to 200. And we're we're getting close to that 350 sub number since the beginning of the 2026 Mariner season. Fantastic. And before you know it, we'll be at 400 subs and then 500. And we're approaching 6 million views on the channel sooner than later as well, which is fantastic. I've been grinding on this channel for 14 years, streaming 10 on YouTube. And again, like the results that we've been getting here so far. First pitch from Kirby to Yordan Alvarez. Takes a strike looking right down the middle. 0-1. Yordan Alvarez in the box. And George Kirby on the mound. One pitch, low and away, curve, knuckle curve, gets away from Kirby there slightly. 82 miles an hour, low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike with nobody on and no outs. Top of the 6th inning, 6-2 Mariners. 1-1 pitch, high and inside, 4-seam fastball, 95 miles an hour, missing there by Kirby. 2 balls and 1 strike to Yordan Alvarez. 2-1 pitch, fouls that one off towards first base and foul. Slider 85 miles an hour there by Kirby. 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and no outs. Top of the 6th inning, 6-2 Seattle. And if we can hang on for 3 more innings, we're going to get our first sweep on the Astros since 2023, and previous to that, 2018. So again, we have a little, time to celebrate, but we know it's going to get tough moving forward. But again, we're talking about this game right now in this particular series. And when you go on a 5-game losing streak early in the year, it's not ideal. But again, to be able to recover, from a 5-game losing streak and potentially sweep, a team, let alone the Astros, feels damn good. 3-2 pitch popped up, shallow left field in foul territory. And nice job there by Brendan Donovan. Again, he will make mistakes from time to time playing a new position, but he'll give his all. He'll run into the wall. He'll find a way to try to get those outs, and great awareness there by Donnie at third. And as he gets more reps at third, those errors, by losing it in the lights and mistiming the baseball, will definitely start to fizzle out, and he'll be more consistent. Nice job there by our guy, Brendan Donovan. Nice job, Donnie. Next up, 2 for 2, DHing in the 3-hole, Isaac Paredes. First pitch from Kirby to Paredes, takes a strike looking low and away with a slider, 87 miles an hour, 0-1 count. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. 0-1 pitch, high and away, knuckle curve, 83 miles an hour, 1 ball and 1 strike from Kirby to Paredes. Astro fans crashing out. They can't handle good music, let alone the ass whooping that we're giving them. 1-1 pitch, big swing and a miss, low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Isaac Paredes. One-two pitch, low and away. Slider 86 miles an hour by George Kirby. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Isaac Paredes. Aaron Goldsmith and Dave Valley there in the booth. 2-2 pitch, high and away. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Isaac Paredes. And we got one of the best radio analysts in the business, Rick Riz, doing his thing as well. We love you, Rick, who is retiring after this season. 40 plus years on the radio and on our 50th anniversary. Win it for Riz. 3-2 pitch, big swing and a miss. Sit down. And that is 2 away. Nice job there by George Kirby. Another punch out on the stat total. And that's going to bring his total up to 3 now. 71 pitches, 51 strikes. Nice job by Furious George. Next up, in the 4-hole, 0 for 2 with a K, Christian Walker. First pitch, fouled behind the plate. 4-seam fastball, 97 miles an hour, 0-1 count. Oh-1 pitch, high and away, 4-seam fastball, 96 miles an hour, 1 ball and 1 strike to Christian Walker. 1-1 pitch, big swing and a miss. Four-seam fastball, 96 miles an hour there by Kirby. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Christian Walker. Yeah, I mean, the way that it goes, I mean, there doesn't need to be any kind of fucking pity party. Astro fans hate us. We hate them. And that's just how it goes. You know, they're our number one rival. You know, obviously, you know, we got rivalries with the Rangers and the Athletics and the Angels, and we always get up for the games against the Yankees and the Tigers and, you know, a few other teams in the American League, and we love for challenges like going against the Dodgers, but there's no love lost between these two organizations. You know, let's be real about it. We hate them, they hate us, and it's not going to ever change. 1-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? And got him. That's 4th K there for George Kirby. Nice job, Furious George. We'll take that. Let's go to the bottom of the 6th inning and see who's up next here for Seattle. I mean, we don't need to sugarcoat things. Next up, 0 for 2 with a K, second baseman in the 9-hole, Cole Young. Batting second, 1 for 3, third baseman, Brendan Donovan. Let's go, Donnie. And batting third, 2 for 3 with 2 runs, DHing. It's the big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Bottom of the 6th inning, 6-2 Mariners. Six runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Mariners. Beautiful. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Astros. Not so much. But again, you know, we're trying to get our first sweep on this team since 2023. We had a 5-game losing streak. It fucking was painful as hell, you know, especially with all the expectations that this team has had, as well as our fan base. But again, we win this game, 1 game below 500, which sounds terrible, but everyone in the American League West is, you know, kind of struggling, so to speak. So, you know, again, at some point, you know, in the next series or the series after, you know, hopefully we'll be above 500 and hopefully we can move forward from that point in 2026. Let's see who's up next here for Seattle. Next up, Cole Young. On deck, Brendan Donovan. Batting third, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Gained 3 more subs since the last commercial break. Appreciate you. 46 subs to go to 23,800. First pitch to Cole Young. Takes the strike looking high and inside. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, high and away. Sinker, 93 miles an hour there by Mike Burrows. 1 ball and 1 strike to Cole Young. One pitch, high and away. Change up, 84 miles an hour there by Burrows. 2 balls and 1 strike to Cole Young. Two-one pitch, big swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Burrows to Young. Bottom of the 6th inning, nobody on and no out. 6-2 Seattle. Two-two pitch. And Young with a shallow blooper into center field. Taylor Trammell is there, the former Mariner, and that is 1 away. Next up for the Mariners, leadoff hitter, third baseman, Brendan Donovan. Maybe one of the best things that's happened to Seattle in a long, long time. You know, we loved, you know, what Polo was able to do, you know, even though the first year with him and Garver was really rough and obviously had some magic moments for us, especially in the ALDS Game 5 against the Tigers, but kind of fizzled out, you know, against the Blue Jays in the ALCS. But we miss Polo and we wish him well on the Mets, and we definitely miss Gino. Good vibes only going back to Cincinnati. First pitch is high and away to Donnie. Change up, 86 miles an hour by Mike Burrows. 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch, high and away. Change up, 86 miles an hour by Burrows. 2 balls and no strikes to Brendan Donovan. 2-0 pitch, low and at the knees. Another changeup, 83 miles an hour. Good patience by Brendan Donovan, which I really love about his game. 3 balls and no strikes to Brendan Donovan. 3-0 pitch, high and away. And if they challenge this, this would be ball 4. But again, we're up 6-2, so I don't know if we're going to go that route. Sinker, 93 miles an hour outside of the strike zone. 3-1 pitch, and Donovan fouls it back behind the T-Mobile bricks. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Burrows to Donovan. Crazy how things can go from, a 3-0 count to a 3-2 count in a matter of a blink of an eye. But hopefully Donnie can take the walk or find a way to get a base knock here. Three-two pitch, and Donnie crushes it into left field, out of play. Change up 87 miles an hour by Mike Burrows. Count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Brendan Donovan. Take the walk here if it's there, baby. We know we can trust Donnie. 3-2 pitch, and high and away. And karma always has a way to find itself back with a player. And it should have been a 4-pitch walk, if we're really being honest. And Donnie ends up being patient, going from a 3-0 count to 3-2 count, and then taking a 7-pitch walk. Nice job there by Donnie. Next up is the big dumper, Cal Raleigh. This would be a great time for a 2-run blast by the big dumper. First pitch to the big dumper. Big swing and a miss. Off-speed curveball by Burrows fools the big dumper. 0-1 count. Come on, Cal. 0-1 pitch. And Cal pops it up. Shallow left field. Alvarez is there. And no home run or single for Cal at this at-bat. And that is 2 away. Next up in the 3-hole, center fielder Julio Rodriguez. Hit his first home run of the season recently. And let's see if Julio can come up with something here. A double and a single with 2 runs. And this series, he's been good. 7 for 16. Let's see if Julio Rodriguez can get a home run or an RBI here. Oh, it's going to be hard for an RBI with a guy at first, but, it can be done. First pitch. Ooh, did that hit him? And Julio jumps out of the way just in time. That would have hit him in the stomach or chest area. Sinker, 92 miles an hour by Burrows. 1-0 count. And again, we don't want any of our guys to get hurt. One-0 pitch. Nope. Throw to first. And the crowd with the preemptive boos anytime they end up throwing to first base. Donnie is safe, obviously. Bottom of the 6th inning. Runner at first. Brendan Donovan with 2 outs. 1-0 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? I don't think so. And he does not. Good job there by Julio. Pulling back just in time. Curveball, 78 miles an hour off speed by Mike Burrows. 2 balls and no strikes to Julio Rodriguez. Burrows on the mound. Julio Rodriguez in the box. Let's go, J-Rod. 2-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Right down the middle. Nasty slider there by Burrows. 2 balls and 1 strike with a runner at first and 2 outs. 6-2 Mariners in the bottom of the 6th. Come on, Julio. Two-one pitch. Hard hit ball towards third. Should be an easy out here for Houston. Throw to first. And that is out number 3. We leave one stranded, Brendan Donovan, but we still got a 4-run lead. End of the 6th inning, 6-2 Seattle. Let's see who's up next here for the Astros in the top of the 7th. Next up for the Astros, 1 for 2 with a K, third baseman, 5-hole hitter Carlos Correa. Batting second, 1 for 2 with a run, right fielder in the 6-hole, the most underrated player on Houston, Cam Smith. Good offensively, good defensively, kind of like a Cole Young. Nice job by Cam Smith today. And batting third, 1 for 2 with a run, center fielder Taylor Trammell, the former Seattle Mariner. And let's take a look at George Kirby's stat line. 6 innings pitched, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, no walks, 4 Ks, 76 pitches, 55 strikes with an ERA of 3.46. So based off the pitch count, you assume he'll go one more inning or at least try to complete the inning, and then they'll bring someone else in, you would assume, since he's only at 76 pitches total. 55 strikes out of those 76 pitches. Trident's up. Let's go M's. Gained another sub since the last commercial break. 45 subs to go to 23,800. All right, we're at 128 likes, 72 to get to 200. Kirby is still out there. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. First pitch from Kirby to Correa. Takes a strike looking with that sinker. 96 miles an hour, 0-1 count. Top of the 7th inning, 6-2 Mariners. We're looking for our first sweep since 2023 against the Houston Astros. 0-1 pitch, low and at the knees. Change up 88 miles an hour by Kirby. 1 ball and 1 strike to Carlos Correa. And that's pretty rare to go on a 5-game losing streak and win 4 in a row, potentially. But again, Seattle facing a team that's had, some pitching woes, so to speak. We had some hitting woes, but their pitching is worse than our hitting, and we finally have gotten back on track. And as far as Houston, they're potentially going to be on a 8-game losing streak, and I'm glad we're not them. 1-1 pitch, high and inside, 4-seam fastball, 95 miles an hour by Kirby. 2 balls and 1 strike to Carlos Correa. I mean, we were already having a mini meltdown as fans, losing fucking 5 in a row early in the year. Let's be real. It was not easy to get past that, but, to go back and look, okay, we went through that, hard time, and then to be able to win 4 in a row and sweep a team, our rival, first time since 2023, potentially, if we can, win this in the next 2 innings, it feels pretty good. 2-2 pitch, big swing and a miss, and down goes Carlos Correa. And another punch out here by George Kirby. And he's getting pretty close to that 6 number that we talked about earlier. We didn't think he was going to get there when he was at 2, but he's slowly creeping up now with 5 Ks. Next up is Cam Smith, a hard guy to get out. He's a great defender, got a great laser arm in the outfield, and a pretty damn good hitter. Deep right field by Cam Smith, and Luke Raley is there at the warning track, and that is 2 away. Down goes Cam Smith. We can always recognize, good players, even if they're on our rival, and shout them out. Next up, the former Seattle Mariner, now Houston Astros, center fielder Taylor Trammell. And hopefully we'll be able to get an easy out here, and then we'll end up celebrating George Kirby's outing here. First pitch, high and away outside of the strike zone, but called strike. Slider 85 miles an hour by Kirby. 0-1 count. Woo, Hancock and Castillo against the Padres. I'm ready. I'm always up for a challenge. 0-1 pitch. And a little check swing that goes foul. And we are going to be going on the road, so it's not going to be the Padres coming here like in the past with like the Feder Cup. We're going to have to go on the road, and sometimes we play well on the road, sometimes not so much, but we definitely will have the momentum. If we can end up sweeping this Astro team, and hopefully that'll carry over for Brian Wu tomorrow. 0-2 pitch, got him. And George Kirby getting that 6 K. I didn't think he was going to get there. And let's look at his final line. Fantastic job. George Kirby, 7 innings pitched, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, no walks. He was at 2 Ks a few innings back, but ended up getting to 6 because he pitched 7 innings, not 6. 85 pitches, 62 strikes, ERA down to 3.33. And obviously now we'll have a pitching change in the 8th at that given juncture. But a great job by George Kirby, and we're starting to really see our starting pitching staff wheel and deal. Awesome. Nice job. Let's see who's up next here for the Mariners in the bottom of the 7th. Next up for the Mariners, 2 for 3 with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. This is going to be one of the last chances for our guy, Nails, Josh Naylor. Will he be able to hit 3 home runs for the Seattle Mariners? It's only been done once at T-Mobile. We will find out. Batting second, 0 for 3, left fielder Randy Arozarena. And batting third, 2 for 3 with an RBI and a K, right fielder Luke Raley. Right hands up. Let's go, M's. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 200 likes, 100 on that dono train. And obviously, we normally go for 5 to 15 subs, but we've definitely cleared that here today. And we're still looking for our first dono on our dono train. All right, Burrows is done. 6 innings pitched, 11 hits, 6 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk with 98 pitches. Kind of similar to what we saw with Luis Castillo when we got down 7-2, but we ended up finding a way to win that game 8-7, and that one was really the turning point, in this particular series against the Astros. Now, France has entered in here for the Astros. And Naylor pops up like he normally would in the past on the first pitch, and that is out number 1. So the 3 home run opportunity for Naylor might have ended unless he gets another chance to at bat if we can roll through the lineup. But hey, I think we'll take 2 home runs, in a game by a guy that was one of the worst hitters in baseball, not only for the Mariners but overall. And hopefully that'll carry over into the Padres series. We're going to need him. Next up in the 5-hole, left fielder Randy Arozarena. First pitch from France to Arozarena, takes a strike looking right down the middle, 0-1 count. JP France on the mound. Randy Arozarena in the box. 0-1 pitch, hard hit ball, deep right field. Should be an easy play for Cam Smith. He's a great defender out there, and that is 2 away. JP France on the mound, Randy flying out there to Cam Smith in right field, and that is 2 away. Next up for the Mariners, in the 6-hole, right fielder having a good game today and a good game yesterday, Luke Raley, another guy that we're going to need in that Padres series starting tomorrow. First pitch from JP France to Luke Raley, low and away, change up 85 miles an hour, 1-0 count. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. 1-0 pitch from France. Raley gets a hold of another one. Nice. There we go. And a nice little blooper into right field. And it's pretty rare for Luke Raley to have 2 good games back to back, but he finally has done it here in the 2026 season. Was awesome yesterday with Randy Arozarena and having himself a fucking day here today as well. Nice job, Luke. Next up, shortstop J.P. Crawford. It was hot at the beginning of the year with Canzone, then kind of fizzled out in the middle of these games, to start off the first, 16, 17, and now it's starting to heat up again. And again, we're going to need not only his defense in right field, but we're also going to need that bat to come alive, and it has in the last 2 games. Nice job, Luke. And then the thing that we need, at some point is him to hit a nuke, and he might be able to do that against the Padres. 1-0 pitch, low and away. 2 balls and no strikes to J.P. Crawford. Bottom of the 7th inning, runner at first, Luke Raley with 2 outs. Mariners in control, up by 4 runs, 6-2. JP France on the mound. JP Crawford in the box. Pretty rare to have a JP versus JP matchup. 2-0 pitch. JP crushes it, but it should be in shallow center field. Taylor Trammell is there, and that is out number 3. Let's go to the top of the 8th inning and see who's up next here for the Astros. Next up for the Astros, 1 for 2 with an RBI. Catcher in the 8-hole, Yanier Diaz. Batting second, 0 for 2, formerly of the Braves. Now on the Astros, 9-hole hitter, Nick Allen. And batting third, back at the top of the order, 0 for 3. Hard for him to go 0 for 4 typically. Second baseman, Jose Altuve. I'm curious to see who they bring in here for Kirby. I mean, obviously we're in control, up by 4 runs, but if you bring in one of our Casey Legomina types, this lead could go from 6-2 to 6-5 pretty quick. So we'll see who they decide to bring in. I mean, we've used the bullpen pretty hard in this series, even though, one of the games was a little bit easier than the other 2. Obviously, we won 9-6 in game 1, 8-7 in game 2, and 6-1 was probably the easiest one, obviously, yesterday. End of the 7th inning, 6-2 Seattle. Right hands up. Let's go, M's. And we gained 2 more subs since the last commercial break. Appreciate you. 43 subs to go to 23,800. All right, we're at 143 likes, 57 to get to 200, baby. And a hard hit ball. Wow! Cole Young. Wow. Unbelievable defensive play from our boy Cole Young, showing you that he is the best defender on the team, not named Julio Rodriguez. Wow. Line drive by Yanier Diaz in a diving attempt. And we know Cole Young, can do that from time to time, stretching out, Supermaning all the way and getting that line drive. Incredible. We're still looking for our first, which is a little rare. So hopefully we'll be able to get, at least 1 or 2 people or 3 to be able to show some love here before the game ends. We've gained almost 400 subs since the beginning of the 2026 season. And we've been getting, some pretty damn good support, from newbies and OGs on the channel. But again, we are still looking for our first dono on our dono train. First pitch to Loperfido, who's pinch hitting here. High and away, 1-0 count. Oh, you got us on the Venmo train. I love it. Thank you. All right, here we go. TJ with a 3-er, and every dollar counts. Appreciate that. I got to take my dog to the vet, so obviously every dollar will add up for that. Appreciate you. We're at 3:97 to go on the dono train. Appreciate you. 2-1 count. Hard hit ball into left field and foul, thankfully, because Randy was about a mile away. There we go. Got to make sure we spell it correctly, huh? Appreciate you. We're at 3:97 to go on the dono train. 2-2 pitch to Loperfido. High and inside. And they still got George Kirby out there, if anyone was wondering. Kind of crazy that they have him still out there, but they want to rest their pen, if possible. 3-2 pitch, hard hit ball up the middle. JP Crawford, throw to first. And it gets away from Naylor, damn it. Naylor was at a full extension there, but Joey Loperfido getting a nice base knock there here in the top of the 8th. I was kind of thinking that they were going to throw, somebody in there like a Legomina, type and whatnot, but let's see if George can, at least get an out beyond this first out before they pull him. And next up is Jose Altuve to a number of boos from the crowd in T-Mobile, but again, everyone boos him. Roy with a tour, appreciate you. Now we're at 5, 95 to go. Appreciate you, every dollar counts. First pitch to Altuve, big swing and a miss with that slider right down the middle, 85 miles an hour by our boy Furious George, 0-1 count. Top of the 8th inning, 6-2 Seattle. Oh, 1 pitch, fouls it off himself. Slider 87 miles an hour there by Kirby. No balls and 2 strikes with a runner at first, Joey Loperfido, who ended up pinch hitting for the Astros here late. 6-2 Mariner lead with 1 out. Obviously, a slow dribbler up the middle for a double play on Altuve would be a great way to go out and finish George Kirby here. But, I would take a couple punch outs as well and, ground ball outs, pop-ups, whatever. 0-2 pitch. Hard hit ball up the middle. Give me that double play. Give it to me. Throw to first. Oh, just in time. Jose ended up having enough speed there. Oh, that would have been a great way to just kind of end it off there for the Seattle Mariners. And it's not like they didn't try. But Young, ended up flipping it to JP. JP with the sidearm throw. And you just got to give Altuve credit. He is a fast man. Fielder's choice, 2 away. Next up, 0 for 3, left fielder, Yordan Alvarez. And Gabe Spire is in the pen, and I think they're going to make the change. A lefty on a lefty. Nice job, George. All right, what's Dan going to do? Are you going to have him go against Alvarez, or are you going to... Nice. He's going to let George stay. Wow. And that's rare for Dan, right? Dan, normally, is going to pull a guy and again, let's see if he can end up finishing this off. He's at 95 pitches right now. So 7.2 innings pitched, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, no walks, 6 Ks, 95 pitches, 69 strikes. Let's just hope that Yordan doesn't hit a home run here because obviously he hit a home run in game 1, a home run in game 2, but we blanked him yesterday. Come on, George. And we got Gabe Spire waiting in the wings. And sometimes Gabe is good, but sometimes Gabe shits the bed. We know that. Come on, George. First pitch to Alvarez. High and inside, cutter, 92 miles an hour, 1-0 count. One-0 pitch. Low and away. 2 balls and no strikes to Yordan Alvarez. Come on, Kirby. Finish strong here. Two-0 pitch to Alvarez. Low and away. 3 balls and no strikes to Yordan Alvarez. And obviously, if he ends up walking him here, then they can bring in Gabe Spire. But again, Gabe sometimes has a tendency of, giving up big home runs. Usually gets an out and then gives up a home run. But we have 2 outs now. So to get 1 out, I think Gabe can do it. 3-0 pitch. And that ends up being a 4-pitch walk. And I think that's it for Gabe, or that's out for Kirby here. I don't think they're going to keep him in. All right, here we go. Now George is out, and I know George really wanted to get Alvarez there, but, you can't stay in after throwing a 4-pitch walk. So 99-pitch start for George Kirby, and convinced Dan to stay out for 1 more batter, but at least on the bright side, he didn't give up a 2-run home run. So at least the walk sucks, but at least it wasn't a 2-run bomb, making it 6-4. Nice job, George. And he gets a standing ovation from the crowd out there, and we're going to be bringing in Gabe Spire, it looks like. Let's get the Spire photo here ready. Or they might go a different direction. We'll wait and see here. Next up for the Astros, 2 for 3 with a K, DHing Isaac Paredes. So I assume that they'll go lefty on righty here. And I assume Gabe Spire will be the one coming in since he was the one warming up. And they decided to flip it. They're going to go Matt Brash. Okay. I think I trust Brash more than I do with than Gabe Spire. Plus, it would give them an advantage lefty on righty, supposedly, right? So, and we know Spire is shaky. So I'm definitely all in for Matt Brash. You know, Bizzardo or Brash coming in are our two best. And then Jose Ferrer is probably number 3. And Jose Ferrer is better than Gabe Spire so far this year. So I like the call. I agree with it. And a lot of times we don't agree with Dan Wilson, but I do agree with him here. So we're going to go righty on righty, and hopefully we get it done here. Let's go, Matt. All right, top of the 8th inning. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. And Paredes has been good today. One of their best players today, 2 for 3. Kirby, 7.2 innings pitched, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, 6 strikeouts with 1 walk, 99 pitches, but could have been 95, but had that 4-pitch walk to Alvarez. But let's see what we get here. Let's go, Brash. First pitch from Brash to Paredes there, low and away, 1-0 count. On the pitch graph, it looked like it was in the strike zone, but no challenge here. 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch from Brash. Takes a strike looking almost identical spot, but that time called strike by the ump. 86-mile-an-hour slider. 1 ball and 1 strike from Brash to Paredes. Time is called by Paredes. Top of the 8th inning. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. Mariners up 6-2. We've won 3 games so far in the series, and we're looking for the Brooms to get the sweep, but we need to get it done here late with Matt Brash. 1-1 pitch, high and inside, tried to jam him. 4-seam fastball, 96 miles an hour by Brash. 2 balls and 1 strike from Brash to Paredes. Come on, Matt, finish. 2-1 pitch, hard hit ball. And it goes line drive to Randy's glove in left field, and that is out number 3. There we go. That made me nervous. You know, he had really good contact on that, and with that crack of the bat, I was like, oh, God, is that going to be a 3-run bomb? But luckily, it goes right into shallow left field, and it wasn't a ground ball, because we know what happens when we have ground balls to Randy. It was just a nice pop-up, line drive right to his glove, and that is out number 3. Great job by Matt Brash. You the man, Brash. We love you. And let's go to the bottom of the 8th to see if we can get maybe one more insurance run. I know we're up by 4, but again, you just never can have enough runs. Let's see who's up next year for the Mariners in the top or the bottom of the 8th inning. Next up for the Mariners, 1 for 3 with a K, catcher Mitch Garver. Batting second, 0 for 3 with a K, second baseman Cole Young. Let's see if Cole can get his first hit of the game. And batting third, 1 for 3 with a base on ball, third baseman Brendan Donovan. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. $43 subs to go to 23,800. All right, we're at 157 likes with 320 people in the room. If we can get 43 out of 320, we'll hit 200. Let's go. All right, first pitch by JP France to Mitch Garver, high and inside with a sweeper. Tries to jam him, 79 miles an hour, 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch, low and at the knees. Sinker, 88 miles an hour, missing there by JP France. 2 balls and no strikes with nobody on and no outs. Bottom of the 8th inning, 6-2 Seattle. 2 home runs by Josh Naylor today. A 2-run bomb and a 3-run blast. And that definitely feels good. 2-0 pitch. Just gets a little piece of that one with the cutter. 2 balls and 1 strike to Mitch Garver. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Two-one pitch from JP France. Hard hit ball. It's third. Throw to first. And that is 1 away. Down goes Mitch Garver, grounding out to third. Good defense there at third base by Whitcomb. Next up in the 9 hole. 0 for 3 today. Let's try to make it 1 for 4. Come on, Cole Young. On deck, our guy, the best hitter, Brandon Donovan. Second best hitter in Young. Best hitter in Donnie. See if we get a little bit of magic here late. First pitch, big swing and a miss by Cole Young. 0-1 count. Nasty change up there by JP France for the Astros. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch from France. Low and away. Good eye there by Cole Young. 4-seam fastball, 93 miles an hour, missing the corner by an inch. 1 ball and 1 strike to Cole Young. One pitch, check swing. Did he go? And does not go around. 2 balls and 1 strike to Cole Young. Bottom of the 8th inning, nobody on with 1 out. 6-2 Seattle. 2-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Nasty change up there by JP France. 2 balls and 2 strikes from France to Young. Come on, Cole. Especially after making that amazing diving grab. You know, a lot of times if you make a great defensive play in the previous inning and you're one of the first 3 batters up in the next inning, you know, sometimes you get a little bit of that Mariner magic, a little Soto mojo. 2-2 pitch, hard hit ball to first, but great defense there by Houston. Toe tap on the bag, and that is 2 away. Really hoping that was going to get past the first baseman, but no luck. You know, and you're not going to see Cole Young go 0 for 4 that often. All right, here we go. Potentially the last batter here in the bottom of the 8th, unless we get a rally going. Brandon Donovan. On deck will be the big dumper, Cal Raleigh. First pitch to Donnie, low and at the knees with the curveball. Off speed, 75 miles an hour, low and at the knees. 1-0 count. And Donnie has the patience, you know, to take a walk here if needed for Cal. 1-0 pitch. Hard hit ball. There we go. In shallow left field. A nice single there by Brandon Donovan. You're the man. There's a reason why he's the best hitter on the team. It's all about consistency. Next up is the big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Wouldn't mind for a little bit of electricity here. And on deck is Julio Rodriguez. Let's go. I would love for us to get one more run. You know, unless, you know, obviously Cal hits a 2-run bomb here to make it 8-2, but I don't know if JP France is going to pitch him down the middle. We'll see. First pitch from JP France, down the middle to Cal, but ends up with a laser towards first base and foul. Cutter, 86 miles an hour by JP France, 0-1 count. Cal, 2 for 4 today with 2 runs. You know, hasn't been able to get off to maybe the fast start that we wanted, but a lot of the guys that played in the WBC have struggled. And hopefully Cal will be able to get some good momentum going into May. 0-1 pitch, high and away. Good eye by big dumper. Curveball, 73 miles an hour, a few inches there off the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike with a runner at first. Brandon Donovan with 2 outs. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. 1-1 pitch, low, low and at the knees. Four-seam fastball, 92 miles an hour there by J.P. France. 2 balls and 1 strike with a runner at first. Brendan Donovan with 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th inning, 6-2 Mariners. Mike in the building. What's good, brother? 2-1 pitch. Cal, hard hit ball, shallow center field. Should be a routine play for Taylor Trammell. And that is out number 3 at the warning track. All right, last opportunity for the Astros. They need 4 to tie, 5 to win. And are we going to bring in Andres Munoz, or what are we doing here? Let's see what they decide to do. End of the 8th inning, Mariners up 6-2, and we are, a few minutes away from potentially getting our first sweep against the Astros since 2023. And then the previous time before that was around 2018, 2019. So it's not often that we sweep this team, especially after coming off a 5-game losing streak. They were on a 4-game losing streak getting swept by the Rockies. And if the Astros lose this game, that'll be 8 losses in a row. I'm thankful that's not us. Trident's up. Let's go M's. Let's see who's up next year for the Astros in the top of the 9th. Next up for the Stros, 0 for 3 with 2 Ks, first baseman Christian Walker. Batting second, 1 for 3 with 2 Ks, third baseman Carlos Correa. And batting third, 1 for 3 with a run. One of the best overall players on the Astros, most underrated, great defender, great hitter, up-and-coming stud, right fielder Cam Smith. Are they going to keep Brash in? Are you going to bring in Mooney? Let's find out. Trident's up. Let's go M's. And, oh, God, Wilcox is coming in? Are you kidding me? He gave up a 3-run jack to Yordan Alvarez in game number 2. What are you doing? Keep Brash in. Holy hell. Come on, Dan Wilson. Cole Wilcox is the last motherfucker that you want in there. Jesus Christ. That's like putting Legomina in there or Carlos Vargas, even though he's hurt. What are we doing? I mean, again, if he ends up giving up a couple hits and then that third guy hits a home run, I mean, this game might be 6-5, in a matter of minutes. Let's just pray and hope that Wilcox can get a few outs here. Holy hell. What the hell are we doing? We got Wu, Emerson Hancock, and Luis Castillo versus Michael King, Randy Vasquez, and Walker Buehler, the former Dodger, Red Sox, and now obviously Padre. And we're going to be on the road. And let's just pray that we can get, a couple cheap outs, whether it be a double play, a pop-up, a ground out. I don't expect any punch-outs out of Cole Wilcox here. Ay. All right, come on, Wilcox. Don't shit the bed. First pitch, big swing and a miss by Christian Walker. We're thankful for that. 96 mile an hour high heat by Wilcox. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss by Walker. Holy hell. Slider, 87 miles an hour. No balls and 2 strikes to Christian Walker. And obviously this outing so far better than that 3-run blast that he gave up to Yordan Alvarez when we were up 9-3. And they brought him in the 8th where it should have been Brash. And we ended up only winning 9-6. Don't give up any base hits or home runs if possible here. Come on now. 0-2 pitch. High and away. 4-seam fastball, 96 miles an hour by Cole Wilcox. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Christian Walker. Yeah, he's always too comfortable with the lead. 1-2 pitch. Low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Christian Walker. Come on, Wilcox. 2-2 pitch. Jesus Christ. Missing it by a mile. Low and away. Count now is full. And now they got Mooney warming up. Why not bring Mooney in from the very beginning, you fucking idiot? What's the point of having Mooney warm up if you know that what are you trying to do? If you want Cole Wilcox to get some fucking experience, you don't do it in the fucking 9th inning. And then he ends up walking him. Pull him. I've seen enough. Pull his ass. Because if you keep him in, that's going to lead to another batter and then another batter and then probably a 3-run jack, and then all of a sudden that 6-2 lead will be 6-5. Come on. Next up is Carlos Correa. Pull him. What are you waiting for? For him to get another walk, another base hit, or an unexpected home run? Jesus Christ, Wilson. First pitch, takes a strike, looking with a slider, low and away, 88 miles an hour, 0-1 count. I swear, sometimes Dan Wilson, it feels like he's managing like T-ball or like Little League. This is the big leagues, brother. 0-1 pitch, low and at the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike to Carlos Correa. It's like, oh, we're up by 4. We're going to be fine. Bullshit. It's never fucking over until it's over, especially if you have a shaky pitcher. Just ask the Astros in this fucking series. 1-1 pitch. Correa, hard hit ball, deep right field. Please stay in play. And Rayleigh is there, thankfully, and that is 1 away. Christian Walker scampers back to first. Down goes Correa. Next up, right fielder Cam Smith, who's probably the most underrated player on the team, a great defender and a great hitter. On deck, the former Mariner Taylor Trammell. I mean, we've gone through this same type of shit with Scott Service, so again, you know, this is nothing new to us Mariner fans. First pitch is low and away, sinker, 98 miles an hour, 1-0 count. I mean, none of Service and Wilson are no fucking Lou Piniella, let me tell you. 1-0 pitch, high and inside, and this is potentially going to be another walk unless Smith gets a hold of one. 2 balls and no strikes with a runner at first and 1 out. Now, best case scenario, slow dribbler up the middle, you know, toe tap on the bag and we win, but are we going to get that out of Cole Wilcox? I hope so, but I'm not too sure. 2-0 pitch, hard hit ball, deep right field, fading foul. 2 balls and 1 strike to Cam Smith. Top of the 9th inning, runner at first with 1 out. Mariners with a 4-run lead, but I don't care. You know, it doesn't matter being up by 1, 2, 3, 4 late with a pitcher that is very shaky. 2-1 pitch from Wilcox to Smith. Crushes it towards third base and foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes with a runner at first and 1 out. Give me that slow dribbler up the middle for a double play to end this game. But that might be asking too much from the sports gods with a pitcher like Cole Wilcox, who is essentially a AAA pitcher that we brought in because of the Vargas injury. You want to really have a AAA pitcher, you know, with the weight on his shoulders to close out a game? Come on, Dan Wilson, wake up. 2-2 pitch, pops it up, deep right field. Oh, holy hell. Oh, what a grab! All the way to the wall. Luke Rayleigh robbing a home run. Whoa! And we got incredibly lucky there. Luke Rayleigh, deep right field, making a catch on the wall. 2 away. And imagine if that would have homered, you know. Nice job. Looks like it would have went right in front of the wall. First angle, it looked like it was going to homer, but as we look at the secondary angle, it would have bounced off the top of the wall. Wouldn't have probably homered unless the trajectory would have took the ball upwards, but that probably would have been a double and would have scored at least that 1 run that was at first. 2 away. All right, let's finish it with Wilcox. Let's pray. First pitch to Taylor Trammell, the former Mariner. Big swing and a miss. 0-1 count. Nice job by Luke Rayleigh in right field. We've seen Ref Snyder rob a home run in right, and now Luke Rayleigh robbing a double. 0-1 pitch, slow dribbler towards first. Flip it. Toe tap on the bag, and that is it. Let's go. I don't trust Dan Wilson with that Cole Wilcox situation, but again, we get our first sweep on the Astros since 2023, and that is the ball game. Luke Rayleigh, you're the man. Let's go. There we go. I love it, baby. I mean, it's never over till it's over, but I'm thankful that Cole Wilcox did not shit the bed like he did, obviously, in the early game, in game number 1, when we were up 9-3, and he gave up a 3-run blast to Yordan Alvarez. And we're going to go over the stats here momentarily. Final score, Seattle Mariners 6, Houston Astros 2. We get our first sweep of the year, our first series win of the year, and we break the 5-game losing streak to win 4 in a row against our number 1 heated rival, the Houston Astros. They hate us, we hate them, but guess what? When the Mariners win, what do? We fucking dance. Mariners win, Mariners win, Mariners win. Fuck yeah. Kirby with the win, and Burrows with the loss. Let's go over the stat line here real quick. All right, so Altuve 0 for 4. That's rare. Yordan Alvarez 0 for 3. Rare. Isaac Paredes went 2 for 4. He had a good game. Walker 0 for 3. Carlos Correa 1 for 4. Cam Smith 1 for 4. Taylor Trammell 1 for 4. Yanier Diaz 1 for 3. And then Nick Allen ended up going 0 for 2. And then let's take a look at the Mariner hitters. Much better, as you would assume, winning 6-2. So Brendan Donovan, our number one hitter, going 2 for 4. Big Dumper going 2 for 5. Julio 2 for 4. Naylor 2 for 4 with 2 home runs, a 3-run blast and a 2-run blast. He was the MVP. Randy 0 for 4. Rayleigh 3 for 4. Back-to-back great games for Rayleigh, which is rare. JP Crawford 1 for 4. Mitch Garver 1 for 4. And a very rare 0 for 4 for Cole Young. And then let's look at Kirby's final line. 7.2 innings pitched, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 6 Ks, 99 pitches, 69 strikes, and his ERA is 3.25. And we can definitely get the brooms out, baby. Let's go. Now they're interviewing Naylor here on the mic. And again, fantastic victory. And again, we get the sweep, and, we know how hard it is to get sweeps. It doesn't happen often. And again, last sweep that we've had against the Astros was in 2023. Prior to that, it was around 2018, 2019. So, it seems like every 3-4 years we get a sweep on the Astros. And again, after having a 5-game losing streak and having a lot of Mariner fans, including myself, having little mini meltdowns, you don't expect to start off the year that bad, when we're a World Series contender after what we did last year. But it was definitely a harsh reality check. The Astros were on a 4-game losing streak, getting swept by the Rockies, and they go back-to-back sweeps where they get swept by the Rockies and the Mariners. And again, there's no love lost. We hate them. They hate us. We'll see what happens the next time around when we play them. But at least for today, we end up getting the sweep. We improved to 8-9. And if we can end up taking 2 out of 3, we'll be obviously in the, W column above 500. So again, we win tomorrow against the Padres with Brian Wu. We're 9-9. And hopefully we can go 2 out of 3 against the Padres on the road. And we got Wu, Emerson Hancock, and then Luis Castillo. And then, Castillo was really, really shaky on that last start. We were down 7-2, and thankfully we were able to come back and win that game 8-7 2 games ago. But hopefully he doesn't have that same type of issue in San Diego. Well, I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very much. Shout out to all the people that liked, subbed, donated, commented, shared. Final score, Seattle Mariners 6, Houston Astros 2. We get our first sweep of the year. We improved to 8-9. Everything as well, obviously here for us Mariner fans. Tridents up. Go Mariners. I love you guys. Final score, Mariners 6, Astros 2. And I got one question for you. Who talk sports like us? Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I am out. Tridents up. Go Mariners.